And it's kind of grim, but the actuality is you may have to go up there and save somebody. They have a saying that a lineman's pencil doesn't have any erasers, because something like this can happen with whatever you're working on. 99% of the time, a mistake could cause you to be electrocuted.
Bob, you alright? First he's going to check to see if that dummy's alright. He's going to call to him, and he's going to throw his gear on, go up, secure that dummy with a hand line, lower him down in a safe fashion, and that's when his time ends. So time starts on "Are you alright?" and time ends when that dummy hits the ground. They're required to be able to perform this rescue task to even maintain employment at most places. But here they get one step ahead of the guys they are competing with to get the job to start with. And then when all the practice they get here, a lot of our graduates actually go on to compete in rodeos. So while we're having our little rodeo here, next year they might be competing at nationals for whatever co-op or electricities they go to work for. 2:23, good job, Mr. Prince. The bare minimum for most companies is 4 minutes, some of them is 5. And as grim as it is, that's how long it would take for the brain to die if someone became electrocuted and their heart stops beating. So that's the reason companies pick that time frame. All right, who's up next on this?
I'm good.
All right, Mr. Worley, going to be our first one to complete.
Fastest time so far for me. 2:02. Yep. It's a challenge.
Reach all the way around and get that insulator back towards me.
Linemen have this phrase, "We are our brother's keeper."
So your safety don't get tied
If you
up.
type that into Google Images, brother's keeper, you're going to see the majority of guys got that tattooed on them somewhere. Because you're always worried about this scenario. It's an everyday thing. They have a saying that a lineman's pencil doesn't have any erasers, because something like this can happen with whatever you're working on. 99% of the time, a mistake could cause you to be electrocuted.
The basic idea of it is crossing over obstacles while keeping in fall arrest. You'll see they've got a butt squeeze on this pole over here, and as they need to cross over something, they'll have a flip line or an auxiliary lanyard that will allow them to safety off above something mounted to the pole, to where that will hold them in case of a fall, and they can reposition their butt squeeze above that obstacle and then take their auxiliary lanyard off and continue up the pole.
Oh man, it's tough, especially with all these people watching. Get your nerves going. I got a pretty bad hurt man time today. And try to make up for it on this obstacle pole right here. It's different.
What's the time that you're looking for? Like what's the
I got 9 minutes last Friday, so the other boy got 8:59. So if I can get a couple seconds faster, then my best time would be doing all right.
Yeah. Linemen like to do two things: argue and compete. Our students are right in line with that. They like to argue with each other, and they like to compete with each other. So.
In this particular one, that the safety points overrule the time factor. So it's a lot more than running a race. Because it's a lot more dangerous than running a race. If you look up a pole, it's not bare all the way to the power lines. It's got, cable vision, TV, telephone, all sorts of different stuff and a lot of the telephone people put those little steps up there you got to cross around. So it gets them in good practice to use their auxiliary lanyards, to where, when they get a job at a company, it's not, they have to train them on how to cross over obstacles.
I'm always thoroughly impressed with the classes. They start off, they'll put their hooks on backwards the first couple weeks. You think a stiff wind's going to blow them off that pole. And then 16 weeks later, they're going up there manhandling a expensive heavy dummy like he's paid to do it. And that's always something I really enjoy seeing.